All right, what's going on, everybody? Give me Card Stacks here, and it is Saturday, actually. I don't usually record on the weekends, but going to a card show, but I have quite a few things to do. I'm going to be out of town for all of next week, so got to get some things done. I have some shipping right here that I've got prepped. We'll get that out to the post office. I got a lot of mail. A lot of mail came over in the last 2 days, so we'll rip through that. I've got to go to the post office, got to go to FedEx, a couple other things, so let's just jump right to it. Let's see what we got going on today. All right, let's run through mail. Sold this Vizina in-person auto. I bought it on eBay for like $3. I sold it for $6. I didn't want it anymore. Getting out of Chris Henry autos, to be honest, he just has a ton of autos, and I just think the saturation at this point is going to be tough. The Future is not my favorite set out of Leaf, but a nice color match with the red trim there. Chris Henry, one of the top receivers, they tell me, in the country, committed to Ohio State. I don't think yet signed. And then this is actually a return. I think I talked about this in a previous video. They sent me a 2012 reprint instead of the actual card of 1998. So that's a return. This was a nice flip Arch Manning PSA 10 student orientation red ice parallel. I paid $90. I sold it on eBay for $125. I think I'm making like $10-15 after fees or so. I think it just made sense there. This Dragonite, I bought this from ComC for like $15-16 after shipping, I suppose, and I got an offer for $27. I'm not making much, if anything, but I think I'd rather, it's a pretty cheap card, I'd rather have this in a PSA. So, and I think that was actually a pretty decent price, like to get a $27 shipped on that. And then look at this, we haven't seen this in a minute. Topps Chrome OTE. I had 2 complete base sets. I think I sold one a long time ago, and then this was sitting, I was almost ready to throw this out. $5 plus 8 shipping. So just moving out of that, I dropped that from like $10 when I was clearing out space. So not bad. I'll take my $5. All right, this is Gaby from the future. I already opened up my mail, but I forgot about something, so I'm gonna add this in. We need to talk about something. Not good. We need to talk about this Dallas Clark auto here. Got it in a $2 bin. I knew right when I picked it up, I was like, man, that is, it's gotta be like a $30 card, right? So start looking on my video. I'm like, yo, there was a comp at like 75. There's some sitting at like 60. Just look at this card. This thing is cooked, bro. Lesson learned. Just when you think when you think something is too good to be true at a show, sure, at $2, I'm still gonna buy this. I would still buy it for sure. But in my head, I was like, man, this is a great show. I'm gonna start making more deals. Like, hey, even if I take some losses somewhere else, it gives me more wiggle room to take a loss, right? So I was like, man, this is, this gives me a lot of cushion, I guess, turning this $2 into $30. And then when at the end of the show, or when I got home and checked comps, I'm like, man, this, again, and I'm into all these cards for nothing. And only to find out this card is, I don't know. What do you do? Just, I don't know, $14.99, poor condition. I don't know, whatever the lowest one on eBay is, and just take a bunch of photos. Maybe someone out there wants to buy it. I don't know, but tough, unfortunate. That's how it goes. Chalk it up to the game. All right, had to switch it up a little bit. I'm opening mail at my kitchen table. This is a lot of mail, so let's just rip right through. I'm not going to show everything, but we'll get through all of this. All right, this is a nasty one. Diego Pavia, Vandy, We Turn inscription. It's out of 1,000. Don't love that out of Leaf, but just a nasty auto. They had him on Bussing with the Boys like 2 days after I bought this card. They've been doing about 70-ish. So I like this a lot though. Vandy, We Turn. This was part of the Good Deals channel. I'm not a Marcel Reed guy, but I think it was already at like $40, and I was like, you know what? Marcel Reed at $30, I'll take it. Got accepted. Nice little Jeremiah Love, paid $200. They were asking $250. I just offered $200, or maybe $220. I don't remember. Gold or green Jeremiah Love, PSA 10. This was, I think, also in the Good Deals channel for like $170. I just bought one on my Discord for $200, so I was like, yeah, I'll buy another. Some Jamal Haynes. I paid like $40 for this lot. Pretty good deal. The Sapphire. Oh, the color auto's nice. Bought this in my Discord for I think 90-ish. I think I won this at auctions for like 16 shipped, and that was with bubble mailer with tracking. This was a nice little lot. Haynes King, 1 of 1. Paid like 80 bucks for that one. Got the KC Conception now at A&M. I think this is the 1 of 1 as well. Got this Michael Tollefson. He's a Texas kid signed with Arizona State. This is a 1 of 1. So that was like under 10 bucks. Jamie French, gold NIL, 1 of 1 right there. Damon Williams, State Pride, Washington, 1 of 1. Michael Tollefson, Arizona State, 1 of 1. And then Le'Veon Moss, A&M running back, 1 of 1 right there. That was like 170. Here's another one for the PC. This is crazy. Dick Lane, Richard Lane for the Cardinals, wide receiver. I got this for $5 shipped. I bought it for $1 plus $4 shipping. It is burned, but it's still probably a $20 card. So I like that one. Do you want to open some mail? Are you sure? Light's too bright for you? Moment's too big? All right, well, I'm almost done. All right, this was a cool one. I saw Devin's Cards picked up a PSA 8 of this at his local show. Won this at auctions for 99 cents, free shipping. All right, this was a cool one. I went up for it. John Mateer Whiteout, Washington State on it. These were part of their like free promotion that they did last summer. It was like you could pick any team and they would send you a free card. And I guess someone picked Washington State. I picked LSU. They told me, I waited like 3 months for it. I reached out, I was like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, we never actually got approval for this. We're sorry, we'll have to cancel this. And then they ended up sending me like a blackout card. So whatever. This was in a pick your player listing. So you couldn't really see it. It wasn't the best listing. And I had just recently sold his base icons, I think. No, it wasn't icons. It was another set for like 30 bucks through eBay on ComC. So I was like, all right, this was 36 bucks shipped, I think 40 all in. Cheap one, Luke Altmaier. Someone sent this in the Good Deals channel in Discord for like 7 bucks. I'll relist that for 15. This is from LootBox TV Enterprises. He sent this to me for free. He DM'd me and he was like, you working on the Tetroa Rainbow? And I was like, yes. And he's like, I'll send this to you. I was like, what? So that was cool. So Tetroa PSA 10. LootBox, good guy. All right, this is a nasty one. Matt sent this to me in the Discord. It was through Mercari. You never know what you're getting with Mercari, man. This was probably like a month to get here. Pretty crazy, but this is nasty. I paid under 10 bucks for it. Triple color patch. Kadeem Carey to 10. Nasty. Snubbed for being a top 8 Heisman vote getter receiver. Little Arch, red ice. I think I got that for like 35 shipped. Bought this a while ago. Came in a poly mailer, poly bag. Like 60 bucks, 65 bucks. Purple is numbered. What's purple? What's up with purple? Okay, nothing. So I bought that a while ago. I'm not really buying Caleb Downs. I'd like to sell that as soon as possible. Little Sorsby auto, always buying base Brennan Sorsby, 10 bucks. Easy. All right, this is a cool one. Isaiah Nayer Gold Inception. I bought this from Rachel. I forget what her Instagram was, but she was set up at a show. She was posting some photos during the show. I saw this Isaiah Nayer for 5 bucks. He is, where is he? I forgot where he is. But I think he had a pretty good camp. Where is he? This one I bought on Discord. Efton Chisholm, I just sold one of his autos for like 35 bucks. His stuff went stupid high. It's still pretty high. It kind of settled back down. But now with New England, Eastern Washington kid out of Monroe, Washington, Monroe High School. What? And he went to Eastern Washington and yeah, so go Bearcats. I hope he does well. I would like to see him succeed, but his price is stupid high. I mean, he was a multi-thousand-year guy. I think he had like 980 yards one year and then 1,000 yards the next year. New England, we'll see. All right, and then last one, I didn't even mean to make this the last one, but this also comes, as you can see from the stickers, from LootBox TV Enterprises. Got 2 cards from him. He posted a video and he was He traded the 1 of 1 for like a 10,000, what was it, 2,000, 800, $1,000 mystery box or whatever. And he had a couple cards, and they were Bowman University. He was like, I don't know much about him. I messaged him instantly, and I was like, yo, that Mikey Keene that card could actually be pretty decent. He's like, you want to take a stab at them? And I was like, gosh, not really, but maybe. And so we settled on a price $250 for the pair. I think it was stickered at $150 on this one and $40 on this one. So I was like, all right, it'd be like $190 of value. It's 101 in a red. I'd offer $250-ish. I would have loved to have been at like $225-ish, but he did send me the Tetroa for free. So like, all right, at $250, I feel pretty good with. So Mikey Keene, I'm a big Mikey Keene fan. He's a Chandler high school kid, never lost a game in high school. Goes to UCF, wins the job there, does pretty well. Goes to Fresno State, wins the job there, does pretty well. Didn't have a great year last year, but that's because Jeff Tedford resigned like 2 weeks before the season, which was unfortunate, so that kind of derailed them. They had a lot of talent, though. So I've always been a Mikey Keene truther. Now at Michigan, I'm not a Bryce Underwood guy. Mikey was hurt for all of spring, so it seems like Underwood has the inside track to start. I don't know, a lot of expectations on him, so I took the chance on the Mikey Keene pap. I would list this at like 400 and then take an offer. I'd like to try to sell this Nate Johnson first. This is a nasty one. 5 of 5 red sapphire with an anchor down. He's now at Utah. He's been around. He's a 4-star kid. I think he's out of Long Beach Poly maybe. He's definitely out of California. It goes to Utah. I thought he was okay when Cam Rising went down. They played him and Bryson Barnes. He's just more athletic, not as accurate. I guess Utah last season was like, hey, you should switch to wide receiver. He's like, nope, I'm a quarterback. I'm going to Vanderbilt. He goes to Vanderbilt. Then the whole New Mexico State staff goes basically over to Vanderbilt. They bring in Diego Pavia, so he is on the bench now. Now he's back at Utah, which is weird considering it's a new staff. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not super optimistic. I think it's a crazy dart throw, a wild dart throw. If you think, if you buy into the athleticism. I don't know. I have been buying a couple of Nate Johnson autos just because I'm like, you can get probably a Bowman first yellow color match or even a gold for under $10, maybe $12 at most. Like base autos probably do $2 or $3. Like I don't think it's it's a lottery ticket. That's what it is. So I don't know. I like the thought of Nate Johnson. I don't know, but I read up on the spring report. Seems like he's kind of the utility gadget guy. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, but that's that. That was a big purchase. But again, I like Mikey Keene, and I'm not a Bryce Underwood guy. So that's everything for mail. I had a lot of mail. I didn't show everything. Let's see. Oh, wait, I still have this. Hold on. 2 patch autos. I paid $65, I think, $70 maybe, $60, somewhere around there. I'll have to go back and check, but just thought that was a good deal. So, all right, that's everything. Look at this loaded mail day here. Again, I didn't show everything, but all this will likely go on my eBay. So if you want to see everything, I guess that's probably the best place to check. Maybe I send a couple of these to ComC, but this Kadeem Carey is disgusting. Love that card. Thank you, Matt. All right, so that's everything. If you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. Love you.